All right. Well, good morning. It is Sunday morning, and it is shaping up to be an absolutely gorgeous day outside. And as we all know, your day starts with a good cup of Joe. So today, I think, is going to be actually kind of a pretty big day for Bucky the Bronco. I No promises here. We're going to see how this turns out, but I think we're going to try to get this body put back on the frame. We're gonna see how it goes. I got the firewall all torn down and prepped last night with the help of my son, and we got it painted. You can see it's painted back here. We got the underside all undercoated. I might put another coat on there once the frame's back under there. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see what happens. Uh, like I've said in previous videos, this is not going to, the intent as it stands right now is that this is not going to be like a real heavy use vehicle as far as, it's not going to be out in the wilderness, you know, doing off road, Baja, jumping over rocks, driving through creeks kind of thing. This is going to be my wife driving this to and from the farmer's market, hauling dogs around, stuff like that. It's going to be her fun vehicle. So it's going to have a pretty gravy life, which is good. I mean, it's had a pretty gravy life up until now. It's spent a lot of miles on the highway from what I can tell. But anyways, let's get into today. So one of the first things we got to do to get the frame back underneath the Bronco here is I need to turn this around 180 degrees. In order to spin it around, I think I want my son out here kind of helping me, so I got an extra set of eyeballs on it. And he's still in bed. And sometimes getting him up is an adventure. I mean, not as much of an adventure as it is getting my daughter up. Whew, doggies, that's like that's like lighting a firecracker that you don't know how short the fuse is. All right, well, we got uh, the Bronco body turned around, and we've got it jacked up as high as we can possibly get it off the floor, which we added these really sketchy blocks to those camper jacks. Hey, this isn't recommended. Uh, it's actually more stable than you think, but yeah, let's. We're, anyways, we've got that. Believe it or not, we've got that about 3 feet off the ground, which is pretty amazing. And it's going to be just enough. I think we can take this frame, to which my son right now is trying to pull out on his own. But I think we're going to be able to roll that frame right under it. My wife's out of town, so it's just the two of us. So hopefully we're going to be able to get this. We got the chickens coming to help us. Okay, bring it down. Ooh. So let's make sure before we get this all set, we take those bolts out. Okay, you're good. You're good. Is this in neutral? Well, it's still up here, so I mean,
No,
that's it's a little more than I thought. To be honest with you,
2 inches. I don't think that's 2.
but that's okay.
I don't care. It looks cool.
No, it does look cool. It looks really cool. Just calm down. Have a sip of coffee. You're going to find this strange, but I actually misplaced something. It's right here. So let's get this ugly thing off of here.
I think it looks good.
It's hot. Okay, well, basically, the body's back down on the frame. We're going to get the lift and everything stripped off of it, get the bolts in it, and then I'll bring you back to see what's going on. Okay, well, the frame is back underneath it, and this is set down. We still got to go around. We got to make sure everything's bolted down and tightened up and everything. But for the most part, it's where it's going to set. Again, with the rough country lift, they said this was 2.5 to 3 inch lift. There is no way that is only 2.5 or 3 inches higher. It's kind of one of the, will the suspension settle in and stuff? But I mean, yeah, we've got some more weight to add to it and stuff. But for the most part, that's where it's going to sit. And I mean, I like it. I like the look. I mean, it is a chunky look, and I love it. But I want to be able to get it in and out of the garage. And I think we took some rough measurements. I think we've got a couple inches to spare, but boy, that's not enough. That's not, well, it's enough, but it's not a lot. So for now, I think, because that was way more dramatic than I thought it would be. And it's getting it all lined up and stuff like that. But I think we're going to go inside. We're going to have some eggs, sausage, and some sausage, and a fresh cup of coffee. And yeah, we'll be back out and we'll finish it all up. Well, we're not going to finish it, just get in it, start it up, and drive it out. We got to get the bolts in and get them tightened up, but yeah, we can start doing stuff. So look, see, he just can't help himself. We have to find those radiator support bolts. Anyways, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so here's where we got with the Bronco today. The big obvious thing is we got it back on the frame, and I am thrilled about this. I'm literally on cloud nine, whatever that means. It looks great. I mean, I am so thrilled with the way this is looking, because that is a chunky looking frame. It's compact. It's exactly the look we were going for. I think it's lifted a little bit more than the 2 to 3.5 inches that Rough Country says. If that's less than a 4-inch lift, I'll eat my hat. I don't have a hat on, so I won't have to if it's only 3.5 inches. Anyways, I think it's a little bit more than that, but we'll have to do some calculating, some looking and stuff like that for tire size. Because whereas these tires have a ton of tread on them, unfortunately, they're so old and weather checked that we just can't run them anymore. And I want something a little bit bigger to fill up that wheel space, or the space in between the wheels and the wheel arches. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we'll look at. I think the kit itself said I could run 32 by 12 and a halves or 11 and a halves, but that's with a wider rim. So I'm wondering if, because these are actually a narrower rim, if I can go with maybe a 33. But anyways, we'll mess with that. That's so far down the road right now. But yeah, I mean, this is just got my thumbnail. Let's do it again. There we go. But yeah, no, I am thrilled. You listen. You want to talk about motivation? This is motivation because now we're going to start seeing stuff really, really come together. I mean, it's going to be simple things, bolting the fenders on where they're going to stay, getting the steering wheels and stuff put back in it, radiators, hoses, fluids, all that kind of fun and exciting stuff. I'm super pumped and excited because when you do these projects, fellas, sometimes sometimes you reach a point, and that's kind of where I was, and I kind of led into that on the last video that you kind of reach this point to where you kind of stall. You're pulling up just a little bit too hard, and you need to bring your nose back down, and it just I can't explain it. I mean, and I've told you before. I mean, in the past, I've done I've done so many different projects over the years. From boats to cars to trucks to tractors, farm equipment, you name it. Home improvement, renovations, building. No, I haven't built a house. Helped my dad build a house, but all kinds of stuff like that. And every project kind of runs into that that little steeper part of the hill. But this usually that's when you're just about to crest, and you can coast down the other side. We're not coasting by any means. We have a ton, I mean a ton of work left to do on this. But now we can see what we're doing. I appreciate everybody watching, liking, subscribing. I'll catch you on the next one.